What if I told you that for the world's wealthiest people, a bank account isn't just a place to stash cash? What if it's a key? A key that unlocks a secret parallel financial system, one that's almost invisible to the average person. It's a system designed not just to hold wealth, but to actively, aggressively multiply it. Most of us think of banking in terms of checking accounts, savings rates, and maybe a credit card. But when you cross the $1 million threshold in investable assets, the whole game changes. You're no longer just a customer. You become a client. That one-word difference grants you access to a hidden world of perks and power tools that banks use to make the rich even richer. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. We're not talking about fancy lobbies and free coffee. We're exposing the sophisticated machine of private banking, the dedicated advisors, the better loans, the global protection that $1 million deposit suddenly turns on. This is the system you were never meant to see. Welcome to Finance Focus. This is where we break down the systems behind wealth, not the surface level advice, not the motivation, but the real financial architecture that separates the wealthy from everyone else. If you want to understand how money actually moves, grows, and multiplies, you're in the right place. The end of customer service and the birth of the financial concierge. The first thing that disappears when you enter the world of private banking is the very idea of customer service. You'll never dial a 1-800 number again. You'll never be put on hold with elevator music. You'll never have to explain your life story to 3 different people just to get a straight answer. Instead, you get a person, or more accurately, a team. This is perk number 1, the dedicated relationship manager. Think of this person as your financial quarterback. They know you. They know your family. They know your goals. And they are your single point of contact for everything. Need to wire a huge sum for a down payment? They handle it. Got a random question about your portfolio at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday? You send them a text. Want to explore setting up a trust or getting advice on philanthropy? That's what they're there for. Banks like JP Morgan or Bank of America, private bank, don't just give you one person, they build a team around you. Investment strategists, portfolio managers, trust officers. This isn't just about convenience. It's about raw efficiency and expertise. While the average person is fighting with an automated phone menu, the high net worth client is getting custom advice from specialists whose entire job is to grow their specific financial picture. It's a level of personalized service designed to remove every ounce of friction from your financial life. A service that starts when you have enough assets for the bank to see you not as a number, but as an investment in its own success. The golden handcuffs, access to cheaper, better debt. For most people, debt is a burden. A high interest mortgage, a car loan that eats up your budget, credit card debt that feels like quicksand. But for the wealthy, debt is a tool, and private banking gives them the best, sharpest version of that tool. This brings us to perk number 2, superior lending and preferential rates. When you have $1 million or more with a bank, you're not a risk. You're a premium client. As a result, the bank offers you its absolute best terms on everything. Need a mortgage? You'll get a lower interest rate than what's advertised to the public. Financing a car? You'll likely get a discount there too. These banks see their wealthy clients as incredibly reliable, so they practically fight to give them the cheapest money possible. But the real secret weapon is something most people have never heard of. The Securities-Backed line of credit, or SBLOC. An SBLOC lets you borrow money against the value of your investment portfolio. Let's say you have a $2 million stock portfolio. Instead of selling those stocks and triggering a massive capital gains tax bill, you can instantly borrow against them, often at a very low interest rate. Wealthy individuals use this for everything. Making a down payment on a second home, investing in a new business, covering a big unexpected expense. They get the cash they need without disrupting their long-term investment strategy. And crucially, without paying a dime in capital gains tax from selling assets. It's a financial superpower. It allows the rich to use their wealth without ever having to actually spend it down. The fees are for other people mentality. The third perk is less glamorous, but it completely changes the day-to-day experience of banking. It's the systematic elimination of all the little fees and limits that drive the average bank customer crazy. We'll call this perk number 3, frictionless finance. When you're a private client, annoying fees just vanish. For instance, Chase Private Client offers no fees at ATMs worldwide. Need to send a domestic or international wire transfer, those fees are gone. Overdraft charges, often waived. But it goes deeper than that. Private banking comes with massively increased transaction limits. While a standard customer might have a daily transfer limit of a few $1,000s, a private client can move hundreds of thousands or even millions with a quick phone call. This lets them jump on opportunities instantly, snapping up a piece of real estate, making a time-sensitive investment. It might seem small, but it's about creating a completely seamless financial world. The bank's goal is to make sure nothing, absolutely nothing, gets in the way of their client using their money. It's a world where the answer is always yes. And the only question is how much and how soon. CTA. Now, we're about to get into the most powerful and closely guarded reasons why the wealthy use these accounts. The global strategies that shield their wealth from almost anything. But first, if you're finding this look behind the curtain valuable, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're committed to revealing the financial strategies usually reserved for the top 1%. And your support helps us bring this information to more people. The Global Fortress, asset protection, and smart diversification. Here, we move beyond simple perks and into the world of sophisticated global strategy. $1 million account isn't just about what you can get. It's about what you can protect. This is perk number 4, the Global Fortress. When you hear offshore bank account, your mind might jump to spy movies and illegal tax evasion. But for the ultra wealthy, it's a legitimate and vital tool for asset protection and diversification. Opening an account in a stable jurisdiction like Switzerland or Singapore isn't about hiding money. It's about insulating it from risk. What kind of risk? Lawsuits. Placing assets in a properly structured offshore account can make them incredibly difficult to seize in a legal dispute. Economic instability, political instability. If all your wealth is tied to one country's currency and economy, you're vulnerable. By spreading assets across different countries, the wealthy hedge their bets. Of course, this isn't a free-for-all. Legitimate offshore banking requires strict compliance with international reporting standards like FATCA and CRS to prevent tax evasion. This isn't about hiding money from the government. It's about building a financial fortress. A strategy of intelligent diversification that protects wealth from localized threats, making sure that no single event in one country can sink their entire fortune. The velvet rope. Exclusive access and lifestyle perks. Finally, once your wealth is secured and optimized, private banking rolls out a layer of benefits that go beyond finance and deep into your lifestyle. This is perk number 5, access through the velvet rope. With a high enough net worth, often in the multi-millions, the perks become truly bespoke. For example, Citi Private Bank, which has a minimum net worth requirement of $10 million, offers specialized advisory services for things like art collections and even sports teams. Other high-end private banks like Bank of America can offer financing for purchasing a private jet or a yacht. Private banks also use their massive networks to provide clients with exclusive access. Invitations to curated events. Networking with other high net worth individuals. Access to pre-IPO investment rounds. Private equity deals completely closed to the public. For instance, Chase Private Client's Arts and Culture program offers complimentary access to museums and other cultural events. These lifestyle benefits do 2 things. They're a lavish reward for being a top client, and they're a powerful way to keep that client locked into the bank's ecosystem. It's the final layer that turns banking from a simple service into an all-encompassing platform for wealth and lifestyle. So why do rich people really open these $1 million bank accounts? Because they're not just opening an account, they're buying a key to an entirely different financial system. They don't have millions in cash just sitting there. Most of it stays invested. That $1 million figure is the ticket. It unlocks private advisors, cheap capital through tools like SBLOCs, frictionless finance with no fees, a global fortress for their assets, and velvet rope access to opportunities most people never see. It's a system built for one purpose: to preserve and grow wealth with maximum efficiency and minimum friction. It's a world where the bank truly works for you. not the other way around. And understanding this system is the first step toward thinking differently about your own financial journey. Not just about how you save money, but about how you can make your money work for you in ways you never thought possible. If this opened your eyes, imagine what else they never taught you about money. On this channel, we break down the systems the wealthy use not to impress people, but to build real leverage. So if you want to stop thinking like a saver and start thinking like an architect of capital, hit subscribe right now. Because the difference between the middle class and the wealthy isn't income. It's strategy. And we're just getting started.